Professor Marcia Roye is an outstanding scientist, mentor, and educator. Her primary research is in the area of molecular virology, more specifically, the diversity of Gemini viruses and antiretroviral drug resistance of HIV in Jamaican children and adults. She initiated a novel multidisciplinary collaboration involving the University of Maryland School of Medicine, the University Hospital of the West Indies, and the Ministry of Health to determine antiretroviral drug resistance ADR in Jamaican HIV patients and improve their treatment.
I believe that we're all scientists. You know, when we were growing up as children in St. Elizabeth, we used to play in the bush. We used to collect the flowers and the leaves and grind them up and put them on paper and watch the colors separate. We watched the animals, we watched the plants grow, and it was very fascinating. So I think as children, all of us were scientists. But how I knew that this is what I wanted to do with my life, and I've been doing it for the past 35 years or so. In my final year at UWI, one of my professors, he asked me to come and volunteer in his lab. And he knew I was from a farming community in St. Elizabeth, and he wanted me to plant some red peas and inoculate them with some bacteria to see which bacteria, which rhizobium would cause the red peas to grow best. And man, the first day I remember, I went into the lab, put on my lab coat, and I started to fill those containers with soil and autoclave them. I knew from that day that this is what I wanted to do with my life. I started out studying plant viruses called Gemini viruses that were infecting crops such as tomato and beans and peppers in Jamaica and all around the Caribbean. And I was doing that for a very long time, up to 15 years. And then I started studying HIV. I sequenced the HIV virus just like how I sequenced the plant viruses and do analysis to try and find antiretroviral drug resistance for the patients who are on HIV drugs. Send the data to a website at Stanford University, and they will send us back a drug resistant profile. And we would give that to the physician, and the physician can look at that drug resistant profile for that particular patient and see which is the best of all the HIV drug would work best in that patient. The thing that I love the most is every December or so, we do a workshop for the Cape biology students, and they come in at UWI to our research lab, and they spend a day with us extracting DNA and looking at DNA and digesting DNA with special enzymes called restriction enzymes. And those students get really excited, and many of them come and they do science because of that workshop. So of all the things that I have achieved, that's the thing that I get the most joy with. That's what I love. So I would like to be remembered as a good mother by my children, by my students, my undergraduate students, and for my MPhil and PhD students. I hope they will remember that the science that we try to learn together, that it can have an important impact on their lives. And when I got this award, it was like the Lord was telling me, you continue to do what you're doing, Marcia. The world is appreciating it, Jamaica is appreciating it, so you just continue to do what you're doing as hard as it is. So that's what I'm doing. That's how important it was. It was like a message from God Himself to say, your work is being appreciated, you are being appreciated, just continue to do the work that you're doing. And so, thank you very much, Institute of Jamaica, for helping me to make that decision.
For her contribution to science, the Council of the Institute of Jamaica is pleased to award Professor Marcia Roye the Gold Musgrave Medal for distinguished eminence in the field.